Hello and welcome to Sim Radio here on the Sisters in Music Network. It's Monday Music Madness, and you're tuned into Mixing It with Nicki Kris. This is Nicki, and in case you don't know anything about me, I'm a singer-songwriter from Raleigh, North Carolina. My show celebrates women in the music and entertainment industry, providing an avenue for them to showcase their talent. Our motto, Sisters in Music, Together We Are Stronger. My guest today is an independent hip-hop R&B artist, singer, and performer from Greenville, South Carolina. With a goal of breaking through the music industry, she's an active member of ASCAP and follows the motto that her musical gift is supposed to be shared and is the greatest drug in the world. She says sharing her voice brings her so much joy as well as others. Now going by the awesome stage name of Iyana Moneé, please join me in welcoming the fabulous Shalana Owens. I'm so excited to have you on the show. I'm really excited to share you and your music with all of our listeners, and let's go ahead and get started. I would love for you to tell everyone how you got started in music.
I've been playing violin since I was 4 years old. Then my violin teacher noticed that I could sing also. So she got me connected with her chorus instructor. And from then on, I got to singing in the church. And I started writing when I was 14. And I've been writing ever since. But I just became a recording artist last year.
Oh, fantastic. And what made you decide to do that?
I heard myself sing on a recording. And it's different from, singing in, a chorus or, singing live in a bar. Actually hearing yourself on a recording, it changes a lot.
Yes, it certainly does. It's definitely a completely different experience.
Yes.
Yes, it is. So can you tell us, who are some of your influences? I mean, obviously you said you've been singing in chorus, you've been singing in church. Perhaps, do you have any specific musical influences that you draw your inspiration from?
Of course, Destiny's Child, Beyonce, and Nicki Minaj.
Ooh, that's a lovely group. A lovely group. Oh, I love that. Absolutely love that. So let's talk a little bit about the first song that you brought with you to share. Tell me about Them Keys Back. What is this song about?
This song is, of course, about an ex. And, we most definitely went through some things, and, I was feeling pain. So, I decided to write the song. And it's actually the first song that I've ever recorded.
That's always a wonderful milestone. And it is an awesome song. I am a huge fan of hip-hop and vocal mixes, so I absolutely love the blend in this particular track. And guys, we're going to play this for you right now. So this is called Dem Keys Back by Iyana Moneé, and here it is.
It's Iyana on this track, bitch. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Where you trying to be? I guess living with your mama. I gave you plenty of chances to turn it around, but all you seem to do is let me down. Hell no, I am not that nice. And you know I'm so fond to be alone at night. So I think it's time for me to get things back on track. I'm done with you, let me get them keys back. For the same to be great, can't have it your way. Said that things would be different, but you're still the same. Now it's too late, bye, boy, you had your chance. When I was with you, you should have been a man. Had another chicken, I'm all beside you, telling me what I see, baby, it ain't true. Now look at how you got me calling you. Got me out here looking like your bugaboo. I gave you all of me, time over again. Thought you was my homie, thought you was my friend. You went to the extreme. I'm alone again. it was up, but this ain't where it's at. I tried with you, but you don't know how to act. I gave you all of me. Time and time over and again. Thought you was my homie, thought you was my friend. Had you went to the extremes. I'm done with you, let me get them keys back. But you don't know how to act. I gave you all of me. You went to the extreme. I'm done with you, let me get them keys back. I thought it was up, but this ain't where it's at. I tried with you, but you don't know how to act. I gave you all of me. Thought you was my lover, thought you was my friend. And you went to the extreme. I'm done with you, let me get my keys back.
Like I mentioned, I'm a huge fan of hip hop and vocal music mixed together, like the rap and the vocal singing. I love that. I can't rap, so I'm so jealous of people that can actually do it because I really can't. I have no clue, and yeah, I've tried and it just doesn't work. But I really love it, and it's a really great song.
Yeah, I didn't think I could, rap at first either. And then, I was writing with a friend one day, and I was rapping out whatever I was writing. She was like, you got a good rap voice. So I was like, really, So I recorded myself rapping. I was like, you know what, I don't sound that bad. So I started rapping.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job of it. So keep it up. Excellent. Let's talk about some of you're welcome. Let's talk about some of your new projects. Is there anything that you are currently working on?
I'm currently working on completing my album. I just released a song. It's called Unwind Tonight, and Self the Diamond Cut.
Oh, fantastic. Do you have an idea on when the album's going to be out?
Hopefully by September.
Great. Well, we'll be looking for that. You'll definitely have to keep us in the loop on when that comes out so we can shout it out and let everybody know that it's now available. Are you working with anybody in particular for that album, for that release?
Yes, I am working with AJ Darby with Drum Major Productions out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, how nice. I don't know him, but, that's great. So let's switch gears just a little bit. I want to go back to songwriting, because one of the things that I do is I ask my songwriters a particular question. But do you have any songwriters potentially, obviously you mentioned Nicki Minaj's potential influence, but any type of songwriting process that you go through to compose your songs, or do you tend to listen to some of the artists that give you inspiration and pull from that to write your songs? Let's talk a little bit about your songwriting process.
Okay, so what I do is actually, listen to beats. If I'm able to catch a melody, then if I'm able to catch a melody from that beat, then I can write with it. So I tend to try to get my melody first. And after I get my melody, I try to put my words with it. and whatever I'm feeling at that moment or whatever I heard about or seen, that's typically what the topic of the song would be.
Nice. I like that. Do you have any songwriting tips or tricks that maybe you would want to share with some of our budding rappers or some of our budding songwriters?
Yes, of course. Like, if you come into, a moment where you're not able to, think of anything to write, sometimes it's good to, like, take a break, go take a walk, ride around or whatever, because you may find inspiration or hear something, that gives you inspiration. It's not bad to, take a break and walk away from it at the time.
Great tip. Yes. Going and getting some mind zen is definitely always a wonderful, wonderful tip to potentially get some inspiration when you're stuck. So very good tip. Thank you. All right. This is a really great place for us to take short word from one of our partners in podcasting. This is my BFF, Chatting with Nat. We'll be right back with Mixing It with Nicki Kris here on the Sim Radio Network.
Chatting with Nat is a podcast for independent women seeking to speak their truth and to break down barriers. We host honest conversations that help to guide and empower women. Speak your truth and set yourself free. Let your voice be heard.
And we're back on Mixing It with Nicki Kris on the Sim Radio Network. And my guest, Iyana Owens, otherwise known as Iyana Moneé. Let's talk about some of the folks that you're working with. You mentioned AJ Darby. Who else are you collaborating with at this point in time?
Oh, yes, I have collaborated with Casey Hood and also YC and Andre, which now goes by the name of Heartbreak Kid.
Do you have any other collaborations in the pipeline?
Not at the moment, but, I'm always open.
Awesome. Hear that, listeners? She's open. So if you're interested, let us know.
Yes, I'm always available.
Fantastic. And how about labels? Is the goal to be signed to a label? Are you currently signed to a label? What's the musical vision?
At the moment, I'm kind of content with, being an independent artist. I publish as well, so there's no problem for me, and all you need really is money. And I feel like, a record company, all they do is, back you with the money.
Yeah. I mean, how are you finding being an independent artist in terms of, like, trying to get the right promotion around your music? I mean, you're in a genre that actually is probably very ripe, if you will, for, like, women rappers and women in this particular genre, especially hip-hop and R&B, because it's very male-dominated, if you will. So, like, when somebody does try and come in to break through, I know people stand up and listen. I do, right? I mean, we all know a lot of the women trailblazers in this particular genre category. Are you finding it difficult to, like, get promotions around some of your releases or get interest, or are you finding it much easier?
Nowadays it is much easier. You have your online services, and it's easier to get ahead, get a promoter to work with you nowadays. Something else.
Well, fantastic. And where do you see yourself in, say, 3 years? Where would you like to be?
I would like to, be a Grammy-winning artist. But I also, my dream is to, have a production studio.
So are you interested in the production side as well?
Oh, yes, I am, because I am also a producer.
Oh, see, that I didn't know. So that's awesome. That's unique because usually people tend to pick one path or the other. It is actually very difficult to be both, like, the engineer, producer, plus the writer and the artist, especially when you're independent, because it just seems like there's so much to do all the time. Is the goal at some point in time to just be more focused on the production side, or you're going to try and do both?
At this moment, I do both already. So, I have a love for it. So, what the saying is, do what you love doing. It never feels like work. So that's what I do. So I do see
Awesome.
myself, possibly working with both.
Do you have your own studio right now?
No, I do not have my own studio right now.
That's the goal. All right. Well, we're going to keep our fingers crossed for the goal.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. I love that. We need more women producers, let me tell you. Definitely need to do that.
Yeah, you don't find a lot of women producers in the industry.
No, you don't. You don't. And, Sisters in Music is actually part of the Jacksta Fix to Mix community, and it is very, very difficult to find women engineers, women producers. I only know one female producer, which happens to be a friend of mine. But, it is very difficult to find women that do production work. So keep it up. Definitely need more in that space.
I agree.
All right. Let's talk about The Medicine featuring Casey Hood. Tell us what this song is about.
Okay. Well, this song is about, your man wanting to come back to you.
Just plain and simple. I'm assuming the man is the medicine.
Not really the man. The man wanting you,
I do. I get it. All right. Well, we are going to put this on for everybody. This is The Medicine featuring Casey Hood by Iyana Moneé.
They keep calling me, telling me, they tell me to bring it back 'cause it's the medicine. Yeah. Mic check one, do you hear me, boo? They keep calling me, telling me that they really need the sun. They tell me to bring it back 'cause it's the medicine. They keep calling me, telling me that they really need the sun. They tell me to bring it back 'cause it's the medicine. Your ass in the second place and didn't notice it all. This ain't the dog of the fit and all this shit is people's fault. Never pressing his way to get to be stepped on. He told me to bring it back 'cause he need his medicine. I told his ass hurry run and kinda get him some. Now that nigga at the party won't ever return. Not the one to take for granted that you soon learn. Saw you in the front of lines that made you wait your turn. I'm something like the infomercials that have you hypnotized. This nigga hurry up and buy, hurry up and buy. Used to fiend for his ass and I seen he was a cheater. Now I'm feeling like Jay, I don't love and trust and need him. What I see is permanent, so please don't write this in pencil. I know you didn't know, I have all this potential. And make me bad for your health, shit could be detrimental. I never been complicated, but I'm not so simple. They keep calling me, telling me that they really need the sun. They tell me to bring it back 'cause it's the medicine. They keep calling me, telling me that they really need the sun. They tell me to bring it back 'cause it's the medicine.
That's a whole lot of mamacita. That's a whole lot of bottle like a Casamigo. That's a whole lot of tequila in the margarita. Andale, arriba. And the Via, catch me in the VO. All we blow is pre-roll. All we blow is C4. Somewhere in a haystack, I be the needle. I be like me, they be like Eno. Who's the bait? Who's the shake? Who's the hater? Need the dough like a baker. Move a shaker. Shatter, breaker, give us sweet love, I need a baker. Killing these hoes, bet now. I'm a greedy hog and I want it all. Frog up the wall like a superstar. What the fuck is going on? Let your shoes off.
They keep calling me, telling me that they really need the sun. They tell me to bring it back 'cause it's the medicine. They keep calling me, telling me that they really need the sun. They tell me to work it back 'cause it's the medicine. This shit is highly addictive. You must have not been told. Sorry that you're not Jenny. You don't have any control. You try to fight the feeling, but you ain't tough enough. I see you running around just in for this stuff. Sad to see you so defeated. You hear this shit as well. I know you're so happy to see me. Yeah, you just so tough. You see, it's the greatest feeling that you've ever had. And if you miss when those hit the hit, then you will go mad. That shit is so disturbing. I think it's time time to go. Like the Wiz in the land of Oz, I'm about to shut it down. Ain't no neck a petty wet shit. Have them coming like it's some crack. They be lining up at the bed. They keep on calling my line because they just repeatedly asking me where I be at. So I go ahead and tell them to meet me around the back. Cause they already know that's where I'm gonna run at while I'm serving all the asses on this fucking track. They keep calling me, telling me that they really need the sun. They tell me to bring it back cause it's the medicine. They keep calling me, telling me that they really need the sun. They tell me to bring it back cause it's the medicine. They keep calling me, telling me. They tell me to bring it back cause it's the medicine. Yeah. Mic check one. Do you hear me, boo? They keep calling me, telling me. They tell me to bring it back. Calling me, telling me. They want me to it's the medicine. Calling me, telling me. He told me to bring it back because it's his medicine.
Another great track. I'm really excited to hear a complete album from you. Now, are you doing a full, 7 to 10 song album, or are you going to just do, a short EP of, 5 tracks? What can we expect from that?
Well, at this moment, I have 7 songs that are, complete. So, I'm trying to, go ahead and make it, an EP.
Excellent. Well, again, really looking forward to that. I think if the 2 songs that we have shared with everyone is any indication of the rest of the album, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. It's going to do really, really well. Have no doubts about that. What else would you like to share with our listeners? Do you want to tell them where they can find you on social media? Do you have any shows coming up? What else would you like to share with everyone?
I am currently about to possibly go on tour, and the dates will be announced in the next 2 weeks. They can find me on Facebook at Iyana Moneé, and also YouTube, music. I'm on Instagram, The Real Iyana Moneé, and Twitter is Iyana Moneé.
Fabulous. Well, we'll be looking for those tour dates once that's solidified. Very exciting. All right. Well, Iyana, so much for joining me today and taking the time to chat. I sincerely appreciate it. It has really been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Mixing It. On behalf of all of us here at Sim Radio, this is Nicki Kris. Until next time, keep on mixing it.